Hi, I'm Heather from Heather Handmade, and today I'm going to teach you how to make some really easy knit headbands. These are great because they have a little tie at the top. It makes it really easy to sew. This is a great project for beginners or for kids who are learning how to sew. This project uses up your knit fabric scraps. You can also cut up a t-shirt or a knit dress to make this knit headband. I'm going to show you how I put one on. I just pull it over my head, pull my hair out. I'm untwisting it slightly so that it's kind of flat, but you don't need to worry about doing that. And then I just pull it up like this. I like to use these when I am cleaning. I like to keep my hair out of my face when I'm washing my face or I'm putting my hair inside a shower cap. I'll put one of these on. I also sometimes use them when I'm running or working out to keep any hair, out of my face. I don't want it to fall in my eyes. I also use it just because it looks cute and it's fun. It's really fun for teenagers or kids to wear because they get to make it themselves, choose their fabric, and then they can make it and wear it, and they love wearing something that they made. I recommend using a stretchy fabric that has spandex in it so that it stretches well and will return back to its original shape. Something like cotton spandex jersey, rayon spandex jersey. These are both great fabrics. You can also use interlock. So look through your knit fabric scraps and let's get started. So what you want to do is you want to measure your head, or the person who's making it measure their head. And this is just a really good guideline so that you can get a headband that matches. So you can get a headband that fits your head. It's like a custom fit. So I'm putting it, back here under my hair, down like at the base of my head, and I'm coming up here to the top, and I am pulling this up like this, and I'm going to hold my hand where this measurement is, and that will tell me how big my headband needs to be. So remember that measurement, and then you're going to add 4 inches, and that will be the length of your headband. I will talk about the rest of the measurements when I start cutting out the headbands. So I'm going to cut this one out and show the example with this one. So I'm folding it in half, and there's this random piece and this right here. So make sure that you have it lined up, and I'm not going to go through and match my stripes because I don't think it's going to matter very much with a headband. But what you're going to do is fold it in half and then take your measurement that you found and divide it by 2. So mine divided by 2 is 12, and I am going to cut a rectangle. So this is a fold, so it's going to be doubled, but it's 12 by 4, and that's how I'm going to cut my headband. So this is the piece for my headband, one big rectangle. If you are using a dress or a t-shirt, you are a little more restricted by what you have. So I'm going to fold it on center front and center back so I can see what I have. So I'm actually going to have to go through a seam. So because I'm going to have to go through a seam, I'm going to actually fold it back on the side seam. because then I can have this seam will be on the fold, and then that will be on the back of the headband. So I come here and I'm going to so here is a piece and there's a seam, but then you know that can be in the back, so that's just fine. Now if you have a piece that is smaller, so you can see this is 2 pieces, and I don't think that this folded in half, it would not be long enough to get the measurement that I want for my head. So instead I am laying this right on top so that there's 2 layers of fabric, and I'm going to cut 2 long rectangles, and I'm going to add 1/2 inch on one side so that I will be creating a headband that will have a seam in the center back, which is okay. It's still a great way that you can use up your scraps. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to pin the headband together. So this is the right side, and I'm folding it on the long side, matching up the 2 long sides, and I'm going to go through and pin this together. So when I go through and sew this, I'm going to start here at the corner, come in, stop and back stitch, and then start over here, back stitch, sew along the edge, and then come over here to the point. This hole will be where we turn the headband right side out, and when we sew out to this point like this, it will make a nice edge to our headband that will look, you know, like the little ties on the edge, a pointed edge. If you are using something that already has a seam in the middle, like something from a dress or a t-shirt, you can do the exact same thing, just making sure that this seam right here is in the middle, and your hole can be either on this side of the seam or this side of the seam. That's just fine. If you have 2 pieces that are going to become your one long rectangle, you need to sew one short edge together before you can pin the long edges. And since I added 1/2 inch, I have a 1/2 inch seam allowance right here. And then after that is sewn, I can go through and pin the long edges together. So these are the 3 headbands that I sewed. You can see this is the excess in this corner. There's a hole here, here, and here. This one has a seam, this one didn't have a seam. This was the dress I cut, and I actually used a serger, so that's also an option if you would rather use a serger. So before we turn these right side out, we are going to take some scissors and we are going to trim the excess off of the corners so that it's not so bulky right there in the point. Now I'm going to use this point turner to turn these right side out. So I do as much as I can with my hands. And since this is stretchy fabric, it's not too hard to actually reach my fingers inside and just pull it out like this. Then I put my point turner inside, and I'm actually going to use it to just poke into these corners. Don't poke so hard that you poke a hole into your fabric. You just want to just kind of push that. Instead of having a round point, you know, a little bit more of a sharper point. So it just kind of pushes the seam allowance in there. Now that these are turned right side out, we just need to go through and close these holes. And the best way I have found to do it is, you know, just make sure that your seam allowance is tucked inside, and then you just do a little top stitch right along the top. You can do a zigzag if you're worried about it still stretching, or you can do a straight stitch. It really depends on your preference and how stretchy your fabric is. Now that these are all the way done and top stitched, the next thing you're going to do is you put the headband on and measure, and then you're going to tie it in a double knot like this. So you do right side over left, pull it through, and then left side over right and pull it through. Once your headband is all done, this is the best part. You get to put the headband on and tie it how tight you want it. So I'm untwisting the headband in the back, and I pull it, oh, I dropped it. I pull it to the top of my head like this, and then, you know, I'm making it snug, but it's not too tight. And you go right over left, pull it how tight you want it, and then left over right. That is a square knot, and it should keep the headband from coming undone. So this is how tight I want it. It feels really good. It's not too tight, but since it's pretty hard to get it really tight when it's on your head, I pull it off and I just tighten it slightly to make that knot nice and tight, and that won't be coming off. This is such a great beginner sewing project. It only uses a small amount of fabric, so you can use scraps, but it's really satisfying because you can wear it, and it's really useful for lots of different things to keep your hair out of your face, and it's really just fun and cute. Thank you for watching my video. I can't wait to see all of the headbands you make. Please share it with me on social media, and I hope you have a wonderful day.